Welcome to Easy Math TV. We're continuing our uh, discussion of the time value of money, and this time we're going to be uh, dealing with a car loan. So this is basically part of our loan series. Um, I expect there's going to be 5 videos in total on the loan situation. Um, there may be more, but for right now, I'm planning on 5. So this is the fourth, and we have a problem here that's asking about a monthly payment. So we have enough we have enough sheets on our Excel document that I think it's important to talk about, like, how do you know which spreadsheet we need to be on in order to solve a certain problem. So if you recall, go back to previous videos when we first started the discussion on annuities. We set up this spreadsheet here called annuities and sinking funds. So you see at the bottom there's a tab that says annuities and sinking funds, and we're using this sheet as a calculator. So basically, it can calculate what our regular payment is. It can calculate what the future value of something is, what the present value of something is. It can calculate how much interest. So anytime we're being asked for a particular part or piece of a loan, if as long as the loan involves compounding interest, we can use this sheet. So our next video is going to be dealing with a problem in which it's another type of loan that is a simple interest loan. So we have a separate sheet for that. But basically any loan that's longer in term is typically not going to be a simple interest loan, but will be treated as a compounding interest type loan. So to figure out the monthly payment on a loan, unless you have reason to believe otherwise, you will use this sheet here, the annuity sheet. Okay, so here's our question. You want to buy a $24,000 car. You have a trade-in that the dealer values at $1,500, and you plan to put 10% down as a down payment. At 3% interest for 60 months, what will your monthly payment be? So let's go ahead and put in our interest rate right off the top here. Our interest rate is 3%. That's going in column A, A4. The time in years is, just take the number of months, which is 60, and divide by 12, and that tells us that it's for 5 years. And you can verify that by the fact that the total number of periods here in column D is 60, and that's what we want, 60 months. We don't know what the regular payment is because that's what we want to solve for. And we don't quite know what the present value is yet because we need to factor in the trade-in. So we're going to basically take that off of the price of the car. And we're also going to calculate the 10% down payment. All right. So in the last loan video that used this sheet, we actually had this new section down here, and this is just for loans, where we have percent down, upfront cash, and purchase price. So I'm going to put our percent down that we're going to put 10% down. So I'm going to change the percent down to 10%. In row 8 and I'm using row 8 because we know what the purchase price is. The purchase price is $24,000. So the amount of cash up front that we're going to be giving is $2,400, and we're also going to subtract $1,500 off of the present value as well. So we're just going to kind of calculate that in our present value number, because that, remember, the present value is the loan amount. That's the balance that we're going to be putting into the loan. So I'm just going to type equals, and let's start with the 24,000, and let's subtract the $1,500 trade-in, and subtract the 2,400 down payment. Okay, so I'm not even using cell references. I'm just using the numbers, because that's all we need to do. So equals 24,000 minus 1,500 trade-in minus 2,400 that I'm putting down as a down payment. Okay, and that's basically the amount that we're going to have to finance. So the portion of the car that we have to finance is whatever's left over after we get credit for our trade-in and after we get credit for our down payment. Okay. I'm not going into all these weeds about like taxes and all that sort of thing. Let's just assume that we're paying cash for that. Okay, so the amount that we are actually financing is $20,100. So as you can see down here in cell F7, it calculated what our regular payment would be. Okay. And if we actually put that up here, there, all of these numbers down here will be correct as well. So the future value is always off by a couple pennies, just because interest isn't perfect. Like, things get rounded into dollars and cents. So the numbers are not going to be perfect, but it gets as close as possible. And so that tells us how much interest as well that we're going to be paying on this loan. So, but we didn't need to know that. We just need to know what the monthly payment is. So we will pay, looks like $361.17 per month for 5 years. And then by the end of that, we will have the car will be our own. Like, we will own it. So that's it for that example. Next time, we're going to discuss something called the Rule of 78, and simple and how to take simple interest payments and pay them off equally over the lifetime or the term of a loan. So that'll be an interesting topic as well. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Make sure you share these videos with people. Anybody that you know that's taking a financial math or business math class definitely could make use of these topics. They're things that are very useful. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.